In the vast openness of the world's oceans, where survival depends on movement and hesitation equals death, the mackerel exists as a creature of pure momentum. It is not built to rest, not designed to hide, and never meant to slow down. From the moment it hatches until the final beat of its tail, the mackerel lives in motion. This constant movement is not a behavioral choice, it is a biological requirement, etched into its anatomy and metabolism by millions of years of evolution. The evolutionary lineage of mackerel traces back to early ray-finned fishes that began exploiting open water environments long before modern oceans stabilized into the current forms. In these pelagic zones, there were no reefs to hide among, no vegetation for cover. Survival favored those who could outrun predators, locate food quickly, and remain in perpetual motion. Over time, this pressure sculpted the mackerel into one of the most hydrodynamically refined animals in the sea. Its body is a study in efficiency. Long, narrow, and laterally compressed, the mackerel's shape minimizes drag while maximizing thrust. The skin is covered in tiny, embedded scales that reduce turbulence, allowing water to flow smoothly across its surface. Along its back run dark, wavy patterns that break up its outline when viewed from above, blending with the shifting light of the ocean's surface. From below, its silvery belly reflects ambient light, rendering it nearly invisible against the brightness above. Internally, the mackerel is equally specialized. Its muscles are densely packed with red muscle fibers, rich in myoglobin and mitochondria, enabling sustained swimming over long distances. Unlike many fish that rely on short bursts of speed, mackerel are endurance athletes. Their hearts are large and powerful, pumping oxygenated blood continuously to fuel constant motion. The gills are expansive, optimized for extracting maximum oxygen from water, even at high speeds. Behaviorally, the mackerel is never alone. From an early age, individuals join massive schools that can number in the thousands or even millions. These schools move as a single organism, turning, accelerating, and compressing with astonishing precision. This collective intelligence confuses predators, reduces individual risk, and increases foraging efficiency. Each fish responds to subtle pressure changes and visual cues, maintaining perfect spacing without centralized control. The open ocean is unforgiving, yet the mackerel thrives here by embracing exposure rather than avoiding it. There is no ambush, no waiting in silence. Instead, survival is achieved through relentless forward motion and collective awareness. In this environment, the mackerel becomes less an individual animal and more a component of a larger, dynamic system. Feeding is where the mackerel's design truly reveals its purpose. As opportunistic carnivores, mackerel consume plankton, crustaceans, small fish, and squid. Their feeding events are often explosive, coordinated attacks in which entire schools surge toward prey clouds, mouths open, bodies flashing as they strip the water column of life in seconds. These feeding frenzies are not chaotic. They are synchronized, efficient, and devastating. The mackerel's jaw structure allows rapid opening and closing, enabling it to filter plankton or snap up individual prey with equal efficiency. Fine gill rakers trap tiny organisms, while sharp teeth secure larger prey. This dietary flexibility allows mackerel to exploit seasonal abundance, shifting feeding strategies as ocean conditions change. Habitat-wise, mackerel are among the most widely distributed fish on Earth. They inhabit temperate and tropical oceans, migrating vast distances in response to temperature changes, food availability, and breeding cycles. These migrations are not random wanderings but highly structured movements, often following the same routes year after year. Entire ecosystems depend on these migrations, as mackerel transport energy across ocean basins. Reproduction occurs in open water, where females release millions of eggs that drift with currents. Mortality is extreme. Only a fraction survive predation and environmental hazards. Yet this strategy ensures population resilience, flooding the ecosystem with potential new life. Larvae develop rapidly, growing into miniature speed machines within weeks. Predators of the mackerel include larger fish, seabirds, and marine mammals. Tuna, dolphins, seals, and whales all rely heavily on mackerel as a food source. This places the mackerel at a critical junction in the marine food web, not an apex predator, but a keystone species whose abundance determines the health of entire oceanic systems. Human interaction with mackerel has been intense and ancient. Coastal societies have fished mackerel for thousands of years, relying on the predictable migrations and rich nutritional value. High in omega-3 fatty acids, mackerel have become staples in global diets. However, industrial fishing has transformed this relationship from sustainable harvest to large-scale extraction. Modern pressures threaten the balance that mackerel populations rely upon. Overfishing, climate-driven shifts in ocean temperature, and habitat disruption have altered migration patterns and reduced spawning success in some regions. When mackerel numbers decline, the effects ripple outward, impacting predators, fisheries, and entire marine ecosystems. Despite this, mackerel remain resilient. Their fast growth rates, high reproductive output, and adaptability provide hope, but only if exploitation is managed responsibly. Sustainable fishing practices, international cooperation, and ecosystem-based management are essential to preserving their role in the oceans. Ecologically, the mackerel represents motion itself. It is energy made flesh, movement turned into survival. Where it swims, life follows. Where it disappears, imbalance grows. To watch a school of mackerel move through the water is to witness one of nature's most precise machines in action, silent, efficient, unstoppable. In a world increasingly defined by stillness and collapse, the mackerel reminds us that survival sometimes means never stopping. Forward motion is not optional. It is life.